Hello everyone, it's Mekel Kasanova back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about the new PlayStation 5 that's dropping this holiday season. This news literally just came out of nowhere, and by the time that I got wind of it, I couldn't actually get the video immediately as soon as it dropped because, I got life, family, and all that stuff I had to do. But we're back. It's going to be a very, very short video. We're going to talk about all the stuff that comes with it and ultimately whether or not it's actually worth you investing your money into. So, before we dive into that further, do all the stuff that YouTube likes, like, share, comment, subscribe, share it around, consider becoming a Patreon or a channel member for early exclusive access to content, all that good stuff. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into looking at this. So this officially got announced today. And the thing is, we've known about this for a bit. I mean, we've seen leaks for this PlayStation 5 for a while now, but it's actually pretty interesting that Sony just came out and said, yeah, this is what we're doing. So this dropped today, October 10th, 2023. This is a new look for PlayStation 5 console this holiday season. And this is what it looks like right here. You got the PlayStation 5 edition and the PlayStation 5 digital edition. Now, there's some modularity to this console, but we're going to get into that in a minute. So basically it says, smaller PS5 design comes with 1 TB storage for PS5 and PS5 digital edition, which they already had a terabyte. New model provides option to add an Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive to the PS5 digital edition. So that's the modularity, right? It says, as the holiday season approaches, we are excited to share that we have a new PS5 model launching. To address the evolving needs of players, our engineering and design teams collaborated on a new form factor that provides greater choice and flexibility. The same technology features that make PS5 the best to play are packed into a smaller form factor, along with an attachable Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive and a 1 TB SSD for more internal storage. As you can see right here. I do like the new base. It's better than the cheap looking one. Like, I know that was one of the things I said in my review of the PS5 and PS5 digital, like that that base was just jank looking. So it looks a lot better. It says the new PS5 has been reduced in volume by more than 30% and weight by 18% and 24% compared to the previous models. So 18% for the digital and 24% for the one with disk drive. So there are 4 separate cover panels with the top portion in a glossy look while the bottom remains in matte. If you purchase the PS5 digital edition, you can add the Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive for PS5 later, as it will be sold separately for $79.99 or $119, €119.99, or as you can see here with the other prices. And this right here goes into what I said about the modularity. So the disk drive is completely removable. So this is something I'm not against it. I've been seeing people saying that this is stupid. The redesign doesn't make any sense. But okay, I'll touch on that in a minute. Let's keep going. We're going to come back to that, right? So the new PS5 model will be available starting this November in the US at select local retailers and direct.playstation.com. Where available, it will continue to roll out globally in the following months. Once inventory of the current PS5 model is sold out, the new PS5 will become the only available model. And they got a video which we'll play right here. Let's go ahead and play this video. This is what it looks like. Let me go ahead and just go full screen. There we go. I do like that stand. That stand looks really good. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, shout out to all the parents that have kids watching Miss Rachel, right? All right, so recommended retail prices for the new PS5 model are as follows, beginning with the rollout in November and participating retailers. So, the disc drive one is going to be the same price, $499.99. The digital edition has gone up by $50. Now, if you remember, the original digital edition was $399.99. This one is now $50 more. And then the optional disk drive being, what would they say, $79.99. So they have upped the price. So if you were to go the digital edition, you're effectively going to be paying more for the digital edition if you were to get the Ultra HD Blu-ray disc drive than you would if you were to just get the standard one, right? All right, so it says a horizontal stand will be included. The new PS5 model, also a new vertical stand compatible with all PS5 models, will be sold separately for about $30. I like this. Looks premium. Now this looks like classic PlayStation quality, whereas like that cheap, flimsy disc thing was a joke on the original. This also makes me think again that they kind of rushed out the PS5 because I think that it could have waited till this year to drop. But anyways, a variety of PS5 console cover colors will be for the new model will be available starting in early 2024, including an all matte black colorway and the Deep Earth collection colors in volcanic red, cobalt blue, sterling silver. And it says prices for PS5 console covers will be starting at about $54 US, roughly 55. Additional colors will be released in the future. It says we're 10 days away from the launch of Marvel Spider-Man 2 with additional games including Alan Wake 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 launching shortly after, both of which, well, all three of these I'm covering. With these fantastic games coming, in addition to recent releases such as EA Sports FC24, Assassin's Creed Mirage, and Baldur's Gate 3, there's plenty for gamers to play on PS5 this holiday season. It says I want to thank all of you for your continued passion and support. And that's it. So we're looking at the specs. Nothing has changed. There's nothing different with this model other than the modularity and the fact that this can do it's got a new stand. So that's it. It's slimmer, lighter. So basically, I mean, you could call this the PlayStation 5 Slim, but there is some the one thing you need to know is this is actually going to be the only model going forward. So if you've got the launch PS5 or PS5 digital, or if you have either of the other two revisions, then you pretty much have a collector's item at this point. Because this is going to be the PlayStation 5 they're going to be selling going forward. They're not going to be selling the old models anymore. Now, I want to talk about that a little bit more because I know a lot of people may not know this, but the PlayStation 5 has had two additional revisions since launch in 2020. And the initial ones, I don't know if a lot of people remember or have experienced issues with like it having disk drive failure, overheating, power supply issues. That model was quietly refreshed about a year and a half into the launch cycle. And then they did another refresh that had a better, and the newer refresh came out with the launch of the Final Fantasy 16 edition. That was the third refresh. And so basically what they did is they completely fixed the power supply unit and everything like that. So it had better fans, better cooling, better power supply and everything like that. A lot of people pretty much are not aware. Like if you're not keeping up with gaming news like to the T or watching YouTubers or following Wario64 or Okami Games or any of those on Twitter, you're probably not going to be aware of that. But yes, the PlayStation 5 has been revised 3 times already. And this right here, the reason that they're doing this, one, you look at like the digital edition, right? I have the digital edition. I do love it. And I'll be honest, I don't play games on disc anymore. I haven't really played a game on disc in literally 2.5, almost, literally since the PlayStation 5 came out because I'm constantly getting review copies of games. I'm not trying to flex or anything like that, but I'm constantly getting review copies of games. So, for the most part, if I get a PlayStation 5 game, it literally stays in the packaging. Let me switch to full screen so you guys can see. It literally stays in the packaging. I don't ever really open it. And I'm a big fan of E's and NIS games, so I typically tend to collect them because they become super rare down the road. But anyways, yeah, I for me, will I get this? Probably. I'm gonna reach out to PlayStation to see if I can get a review unit of this. I am a PlayStation partner, as you guys know, and I cover a lot of things with PlayStation. I've covered the LeBron James edition, collaboration, Spider-Man 2, console cover and controller. I did videos on those, and I really enjoyed it. So with this right here coming out, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I would probably set this up as my probably it either be at my second station behind me, or it might even be the one I use at my other room as well. I don't know. But what they're doing here is effectively it's going to be one PlayStation 5. Because of this modularity, they don't have to make, a PlayStation 5 that has a disc, one that has the disc drive, and, have to do two different things. Because a lot of people, and regardless of how, angry people get about this digital landscape we're going into, the sales charts already show that people are buying digital consoles or digital games at a higher rate than they are buying physical, right? Digital is just the way that it's going. And so, I can't be mad at this. I look at this and I'm like, all right. So now if a person goes in and they buy, say, the digital edition, right? And then someone gifts them a physical copy of a game, or they find a physical copy of a game on sale, and they're like, well, crap, I got the physical. I can't do anything with it. I can't play it. Now, if you get the digital edition, you can go out, buy the HD Blu ray drive, and attach it to it. And then, boom, there you go. Right? It solves a lot of problems. I know a lot of people may think that this is stupid, but it legitimately solves a metric ton of problems for PlayStation effectively. Um, and consumers too, because there are a lot of us. I mean, there are times I've got friends that have the digital edition. They're like, well, damn, someone gave me a physical copy of the game, but I can't play it. Now you get to work around that. Um, so it's not an issue at all. And it being modular, that tells me that whatever the next revised PlayStation is going to be, like, are they going to make a PlayStation 5 Pro? It might just be an add-on. Might just be, you know, uh, a GPU add-on. I don't know. Possibly. But this tells me that PlayStation 6, whenever that comes out, is going to have modularity, because now Sony is dabbling with modularity. And that's pretty cool, in my opinion. Um, I just look at this and I'm like, I think it's cool. I think it looking like this looks better, in my opinion, than the original PlayStation 5 model. I do think it's cool that they have gone with this look and giving you the option. What do you want? Do you want modular? Do you want, and at the same time, you don't have to buy this. That's the thing. I think a lot of people, I'm seeing people on X or Twitter losing their minds about this, and it's like, it's not that serious, guys. This is just gaming. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. But that's it for this video. This is the news that dropped, and I'm pretty excited about it. So I'm very curious. What are you guys looking to do? Actually, before I even wrap it up, let's talk about this one last thing. So with the fact that this being effectively a mid-generation refresh, right, in a way, and what more officially a mid-generation announced refresh. So does that mean that we're at the mid-cycle of this console life? No. A lot of people think that, because a lot of people think the PlayStation 5 Pro is going to go away. We don't need the PlayStation 5 Pro because we're not even having performance issues with the PlayStation 5 as it is. Even though it is a weaker console by um, a bit, a margin, than the Xbox Series X, it is still the number one gaming, well, outside of the Switch, it's the number one gaming platform, for 4K gaming, right? For console buyers. So we've seen Sony do this with every PlayStation that's come out. I know a lot of people don't even realize that the original PlayStation 1 had a Slim variation. They always do this. They always PlayStation 1 had a Slim, PlayStation 2 had a Slim, PlayStation 3 had two additional Slims because the original model was a fat model, had a lot of component issues. Then they made the Slim, then they made the Super Slim. And now you had the PlayStation 4, you had the PlayStation 4 Slim, then you had the PlayStation 4 Pro, which addressed the power issues that, you know, performance and everything that the PlayStation 4 had. It was for all intents and purposes, it was a slightly spec'd up PlayStation 3. And until we got the Pro, we didn't really get that performance, massive performance jump. So PlayStation's always done this. I don't know why people are acting like this is anything revolutionary, but they've always done this. And I like the fact that, again, you've got options. You're going to pay more for the digital edition if you get that and you want a disk drive. But nonetheless, you've got options, right? And should you go out and buy this? Should you go out and buy this if you've got a current PS5 or if you've got PS5 digital edition? Unless you want a slimmer profile, a better stand, which you can already buy one and get that with, make that work with your current PlayStation 5. And if you want the modularity, I think for the sake of the modularity and what they might do eventually down the road with the PS5, I would get it. But if you don't care about that and you're doing fine with what you have, that's fine. I think you should just stick with what you have. Me personally, I probably will be picking up the digital edition. If not the physical, I will reach out to PlayStation, see if I can get a review unit, and we'll go from there. But yeah, what do you guys think? Are you gonna pick one of these up? What are your thoughts on overall? Are you shocked that they were going to do this, or do you remember the leaks from months ago that this is happening? Whatever your thoughts are, let's go ahead and get the conversation going in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this episode or this video, this episode, it's not a podcast, but I might turn into a podcast. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like it, sub to the channel if you haven't already, ding the notification bell, and support the channel if you want. We got channel memberships, we got Patreon, we got a whole bunch of different things, so every little bit helps. And other than that, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay safe, be blessed, have aloha, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.